Okay, I'm going to try to keep my head in the video as much as possible. Here are the steps for constructing an alpine trough. First, you need to build a frame for the outside walls, and the way I've done it is I've taken fence boards, 1x6s, 3 of them, and I've attached them with some little 1x4s to hold them together. Make 2 of these. Make 2 of these, one for the front, one for the back. Yeah. Then you also need to have sidings as well. I've done the same thing. I've got fence boards, and then I've got some 2x2s holding them together. And you can see the cement on the inside. You then take those and you attach them with some screws to the outside on those 2x2s, like such, to form a box with the outside frame. Temporarily attach them here so you get the idea. So this will form a box. And likewise on the other side. Screw it in. Also, this one would be the front one. I'm missing. But pretend they're full boards here. And that would be in there like that. And this would form a box. These are the outside walls. So you got that constructed. You'll want to do your trough on a flat, hard surface, concrete, with a piece of plastic sheeting. You want to mix up your mixture, which is composed of 3 parts of sand, 2 parts of peat moss, and 2 parts of cement, not concrete. You'll mix that up, and you'll want to pour the floor first. The floor needs to be about 3 inches deep. You want to put some PCV pipe as your drainage. You measure them, cut them at 3 inches. Put them in there. The floor will also need to be reinforced with hardware cloth. And so you'll pour about 1.5 inches of the floor, put the hardware cloth in there, and pour down the other 1.5 inches. And that would be the floor. Then, once you've done that, you're going to want to get some styrofoam to go on to form the inside walls. Put those pieces of styrofoam in there and such, and they'll be up to here by then. And then you'll form the side walls, the back wall, and the front wall. That, however, will also need to be reinforced with strips of hardware cloth running all 4 sides. That will reinforce it. Your walls need to be at least 2 inches thick. And the ratio for the walls to the base always has to be thicker than the walls, and it's usually an 8:5 ratio. Okay, then, once you've done that, got your hardware cloth in there around the outsides and that gap, you pour the cement, the rest of the cement, and that will form your alpine trough. You need to have styrofoam in pieces, because after a couple days, if you try to remove the outside pieces, you won't be able to make it happen. So you remove the interior pieces, once that collapses, you pull it out, and then the trough will be done. So, to review, the things you will need are hardware cloth, a piece of plastic to set on the ground so that the concrete that you pour won't stick to the surface. You need to make a frame and styrofoam pieces. The particular frame I have here is the one that's based on the golden section, and it's 40 inches by 18 inches by 12 inches tall. And I think that's everything you need to know for right now, and I'll be sending a chapter from the book that I learned how to do this, and we can talk if you have further questions. Okay.